only on esportbf.com.
So anyways, we're going to be here on Aras, which is probably my favorite game mode out of all of them. And Kamaka, what do you think, man?
Well, Brett, I think it's going to be one of the most telling maps in terms of how skilled these teams are compared to each other. This is probably one of the most fair maps out of the three that we do play. This is probably the one that's in the middle. This is probably map number 2 in terms of fairness from sides. So I think we're going to get a good idea as to how these teams actually do stack up against each other. There's not really that much you can do in terms of strategy, but like in terms of differentiation, there's not that much strategic diversity, as you're going to see here. They're basically employing the two only strategies, sending the tank up to the top and one sending the tank to the bottom. But yeah, I think it's going to be a very, very interesting thing to see this map.
It certainly should be. We're going to be seeing one heck of an explosion happening over here under this Bravo flag. And a nice little pickup there from Pioneer, as they're going to just go ahead and sweep on through over here towards this Alpha flag. So they went up real quick, push up to that B flag with the tank. And they're deciding, you know what, let's go ahead and just flood on in, since there's absolutely no person that's going to be stopping us right now. Because we did see VII actually go for a push over there towards Charlie flag, a little bit more than what we had previously. It does look like Crispy actually getting pushed here from the tank, so this is going to be interesting. Oh, he's down to 19 health. He is very, very low. Doesn't end up getting taken out, but Shira is going to be alive and will be able to get a little bit of action going down. I think he got the last kill onto the tank itself. Proficiency kind of out in the open. He will end up going down as well, so that's going to be a clean wipe happening down towards the north side of the map. Phaser, the only one left up and alive, will be able to trade back and forth with a couple of these players. He's been able to pick up at least one with the squad bomb coming in as well. I think they are going to be okay to possibly make a push over here towards the C flag, but now they're going to be having to hunt down this last squad, and it's just overall not looking good. Looks like they have been cleaned up. Now on the top side, I do believe that we still have that B flag being held by Rage Mode, and they are looking very, very good. We do have Esports Athlete making his way over here towards that Alpha site. And he is going to be using a Tommy gun here, so he's not going to have that great long-range capability. But, man, here in these buildings, the hipfire spray is going to be pretty damn good, and he's going to be able to really lay down the law. He picks up one. That's going to be Kyle's getting picked up. 2 more are going to be wrapping around him, but I don't really think he cares too much. His teammates should be able to take care of that action. But this is a pretty tight hold that we've seen so far. And I'd say, Kamaka, what exactly are we going to be expecting coming out from this blue squad?
Well, I would expect them to be trying to do a little bit of a breakout. They can pretty much go anywhere from B or C from a tactical perspective. I would encourage them to probably try and make a little bit of a push for B, because they do have a little bit more cover going to B. But yeah, it appears that they are going to be taking some positions up in the town is the red team, and they're going to be doing some serious damage to them. But yeah, the one thing is that they are going to be losing control for the Alpha objective in the process, because they didn't leave enough guys to defend it up there.
Yeah,
and,
the
counterattack coming in real nice.
This is not good. A 3-cap coming in, like you said, not leaving enough players back to try and defend. I have to say, some really good pushes though coming out right now from Rage Mode. You know, they're kind of forcing these players out into awkward spots on the map and taking advantage of it. But we do see the tanks now going to be popped up. Both armors should actually be going up here for both teams, as they did die fairly close to each other. So Crispy will have a little bit of advantage pushing into this A flag right at the very start, not having to worry about the other tank. But we are going to be seeing the other armor potentially coming out. Nope, doesn't look like it. Both infantry players, or all infantry players, are going to be set up over there onto that A site. So Crispy right now kind of backed into a corner. He's going to be stuck in his spawn for quite a while. As you can see, just this A site is dominated by 3 individuals. And I want to see right now how Neskit is going to be able to do. He ends up getting taken down. His teammates are still going to be 2 players, I think, left up on it, as we do have Proficiency now making his way over towards that A flag. A lot of smokes are going to be used. Definitely want to be seeing more of those in this action. Trying to get onto the flag itself. That is going to be a clean wipe there onto A, as now we do see a push coming in the sheet. Now, I do like this. I do like the fact that we're going to go ahead. We're seeing a push from a couple of these infantry players trying to get over here towards the middle, towards the northern side of this map over towards C. They got to make a little bit of headway somewhere else on the map. It's 151 to 53, as there's not really going to be a whole lot of leeway for this team in order to make a comeback. Although it is possible to happen, as Expect Me spots out 2 players, connects with one, gets picked up by the second. It's going to be a nice revolver shot from Kyle to take him down. But in the meantime, Kyle did get picked up himself. So We're seeing some pretty good trades coming in here. Rage Mode doing a fantastic job of holding on, and I really think that Rage Mode, I think they're pretty comfortable right now. I really don't see them being panicked at all, and I think at the moment, VII, they're going to have to pull some magic out of their hats in order to get out of this really, really good 2-cap.
Yes, indeed, Brett. I think that it's really coming down to not only their good gun skill, but it's also their class composition that's really doing them in. Ever since they got that first initial win against the tank, they've just been holding them down with the supports in the long-range battles. As you can see, they do have quite a few supports going on here and assaults, so they're just keeping them at range behind this Death Blade here. Just doing a very good job of keeping them out range. As you can see, they are running quite a few medics, so they do have to get up close and personal with them, and they are going to be starting to do that. And a crate can be taking down 3 of them right there. That is very fantastic. But they're coming up to reinforce now in the form of many supports and assaults, as you can see there.
Well, this is the last-ditch effort. I think we see a big push coming in from that A flag. Neskit is going to go ahead and get taken down there onto that ridge. We did see a couple more players spawning back in to maybe take care of this, but now the tank is going to be hitting them from the other side, so this is just really bad positioning on the side of VII. They got pinched from both ends, and I gotta say, if you give a tank complete and utter open access to the back line, they're going to be able to do a lot of damage. We do see proficiency over here in a 1 now 2 versus 3 situation to try and hold off on this potential push that's going to be coming in. And while they are going to be getting a couple of kills here, 13 tickets left to go. Again, not a whole lot to make anything out of it. 142 tickets is going to be a pretty huge lead advantage going to be coming in. But right now we are going to be seeing a cleanup going down over here towards that A site. Now the push is going to be coming up towards Bravo. And we do see that there's going to be 7 tickets left. Can they get onto that B flag maybe fast enough to stop this burn, try and get 10, 20 tickets down? I'm not really too sure, as we do have... Guys, we are back. Sorry for the delay, but it looks like we're going to be jumping straight on into Hamada here. And again, this is going to be VII versus Rage Mode. Rage Mode looking fantastic there in that last game. Took it 140 some odd tickets to 0. We'll see if that's going to be the same thing here on Hamada. Now, Hamada it is definitely a different beast. And, I mean, you know, Kamaka, you and I have seen some really, really good matches on this that are just back and forth. We've also seen some pretty big blowouts happen on this map. But I would say, overall, this particular map does lend itself more of a chaotic play style. You know, teams that maybe are not too structured can still fare really well on this map. It's pretty interesting. So right now we are going to be seeing those first engagements going down, but I do believe that was going to be Rage Mode, who once again has taken that 2 flag burn. Now, I'm not too sure if, wow, I really am not too sure exactly how this is going to be faring, as we have a 2-man pinch that's going to be happening onto A here. Rage Mode looking very, very good, although that was a little bit of a fail there, as we did see a nice little grenade suicide going down. That's always a fun one. And we are going to be having VII now trying to get back over here towards that A flag. They're trying to clear out their own home flag so early on in this match. It's got to be extremely frustrating for them, as we do see an enemy tank sitting literally right above the flag here. VII has absolutely no way of doing any damage whatsoever to this tank. Maybe throw a couple of smokes at it to blind him, but that's not going to be happening, as he does end up getting picked up. Thoki, though, on the backside of his own home flag, once again trying to do something to get out of this, and they are just really, really struggling across the board. We do see that C flag starting to flash, though, so maybe we've seen VII kind of edge out just a little bit, but it is still looking pretty shaky here at the very beginning of the game. But Kamaka, you know, we got a long time before it's the end of the match, right?
Yeah, that's right. And we are seeing VII doing exactly what they should be doing, just trying to go for the flank around to C. Because usually B is just way too well defended. As you can see, they're using the ruins to their advantage, trying to get a little bit of structure going on here. But it appears that Rage Mode are just ready for it. They've got a very, very extensive line going on, and they're just basically catching the entire enemy defense in a massive net, and they're just getting absolutely surrounded and pounded. But Necrate going to be getting the one-up on him in that instance. Going to be trying to help out his teammate, but his teammate does not manage to win the gunfight, and that is going to be much to his chagrin, as he does go down as well.
Yeah, it does look like they have taken control of this alpha site, and so they are going to try and re-push back over there towards A once again using the northern side of the map, which is pretty typical that we do see. Have a lot of cover, have a lot of concealment in order to make that happen. The tank, though, still going to be up and alive here for Rage Mode, and he's really been a thorn in the side here on this A flag, constantly harassing over and over and over again. Shearer trying to do some work here onto Bravo, can't quite connect with the shots. Already used his med pack here, so he's going to have to wait for that healing to come on in before he can get back into action. But nice little pickup there onto Esports Athlete. As you can see, some of the installments here going down as DICE decided to put in buildable ladders, and oh, he gets shot right in the face. That's never a fun thing. But we do have that Bravo flag starting to go into the favor right now of 7. But immediately when we say that, A starts to flash. And Proficiency is going to try and stop this from happening. He does spot out at least one of those players. Does not connect with the shots. Now his teammate Neckrate needs to make some magic happen as he gets stuck on some rocks. Not looking good where the rotation is going to be coming in at. It looks like we do see a big push coming out to Bravo. Only one player is going to be left and alive. That's going to be Shira. And I don't know if he's going to be able to do much here with this FG. Is a good gun, but against 3 players, you don't have a whole lot in the magazine. It's very hard to get more than 2 kills per mag before you do have to get that reload in. He is going to have an engagement. Picks up at least 1. We do see that B flag still going to be getting held out, though, as Thoki now going to be making his way over here towards that Bravo side. Shira still going to be up and alive over here. I thought for sure he would be taken down, but he tries to get that last kill. Not going to happen. That is definitely a heartbreaker, as now we are going to be seeing that C flag getting pushed.
Yes, indeed. 7 doing a very, very good job at the rotation, trying to get as many tickets as they can possibly get going into the side, which is going to be on their home turf. I do believe they are going to be switching servers, correct, Brett, after this?
That is what we are planning on for now, but we'll see when that actual time comes.
Yes, indeed. So I'm assuming that because of they're having a seriously hard time in the gunfights, not only due to their positioning, but also because of their ping. So if they can just get as many tickets as they can possibly get through pick-off kills, through just making good rotations, they'll be looking pretty good for when their time comes.
Absolutely. So we do have a fight that's going to be shaping up over here on this Alpha flag. It has been won over here from 7. Expect Me is still going to be up and alive here. He's going to be able to create a little bit of chaos if he wants to, as those spawns are going to be coming on in. And I like the positioning of him so far. Oh, but he does go down. It's Caster Curse right there as he does get picked up. His teammate, though, right behind him, gets the squad revive. You got to love those every now and then, as now they're going to just continue to shoot these players as they are leaving their home flag. 69 tickets now to 136 as Expect Me still doing some damage. We see a couple of them now starting to fall over and over again. And there's a scoreboard right there for those of you guys who want to check that out, as we are going to be seeing pretty good matches. Was that Mono 11-1, doing a fantastic job in terms of frags. Not so good though around 7 side, although not the worst either. Like I said, this map right here is pretty chaotic. So while, you know, kills may not be stacking up on one side like they have in the past with others, we are going to be seeing just a lot of flags being capped, a lot of rotations coming in. A is now going to be into full control of Rage Mode right now, as they are going to get slowly but surely picked up and pushed back, as 7 really, really hurting here. 42 tickets now to 134. And Thoki just might be able to get a couple more kills here into the backfield, and they're just going to go ahead and take no prisoners, no mercy whatsoever. That's going to be 2 kills now as Thoki looking fantastic with that Tommy gun. Sporting it. He's going to be looking for one more.
Yes, indeed. And it appears that they have made a nice little flank run the back to Charlie as they get their tank back up. So I'm sure that's some really good coincidental timing going into their favor. So they are most likely be able to get the A flag back. So if they can just hold on to C while they have their tank pushed back in for A, they'll be looking very, very good and be able to get some good ticket burn going in their favor.
You know, right now, I got to say, I want to believe that they can make some kind of a comeback here, because we have seen some amazing comebacks happening, but they're just not winning the fights that they need to. We do see Proficiency now all the way in the backside of that Charlie flag. B is probably going to be flashing here just a little bit, as we do see a couple of players that are going to be spawning back in, but they're leaving A completely wide open. I mean, I don't know if they just feel like, hey, we just got to trade flags for flags, or what's the deal, but Crispy does end up coming in. This is going to be an interesting little tank-on-tank fight here. I'm not sure what the loadout is onto Crispy. He is going to be using the anti-infantry gun, it looks like. No. He is going to be using the regular AT gun, so there is an opportunity for him to do a little bit of damage here to the opponent's tank, but that is not the best one to go up against, as he is now going to go ahead, scoot on out, use his mobility to his advantage. At the same time, over onto Alpha, we do see a massive fight that is shaping up. So far, it is going into the favor right now of this 7 squad. Thoki, though, in a nice little position, picks up at least one. Still going to be staying up and alive. This guy right here has been doing a beast job here on this A flag. He's picked up 16 and 8. Constantly putting damage in on these players. Even long range, he's been able to really cause a lot of trouble here for the 7 squad. And they should be able to finish it off here with his teammate in tow. Yes, he does. That's going to be another A burn coming in. And we do have a 2 flag cap to finish off this game. 9 tickets left. As much as I want to believe Kamaka, I can't.
Yeah. Well, I guess I'm more of a positive person than you, as we were talking about in the but I'm still holding out hope, Brett. I still think that they can come back. I mean, once the pings switch hands, I think that they can, if they are as good as the statistics say they are, then I'm sure that they will be able to make some sort of a comeback.
Well, we will see if that is going to be the case. B flag, though, is going to get taken over, so if no spawns coming in, they can kind of soak this down. Now, this is an interesting spot for them to be in. So, right now, Kyle, if he can get this last frag here onto this Bravo site, now that we do see some spawns coming in, but I was going to say, if he could wipe off this B flag, that would give him a little bit of time. But it doesn't look like that's going to be... I don't know. Maybe it's going to be a little bit better here on this particular map. We're going to be seeing a lot more choke points, a lot more potential chance for team fights to go their way on this particular site. A lot less verticality, as we are going to be seeing the breakouts happening here right at the very start of the map. And we are going to be seeing a pretty standard breakout, I would have to say, for the Axis side. That's going to be Rage mode right now. But we are going to be having a fairly big push happening towards the south from 7. Now, this is going to be key here for them to win this. There's going to be 4 players making this push happen. Oh, nice little pickup, as we are going to be seeing Shira picking up at least 1, possibly 2, but doing a lot of damage to every single one of those individuals. Now his teammates are going to try and get a little bit of a push going down themselves, but slowly but surely they are going to be able to whittle it away. And if they get this clean, this is going to be huge. They can wrap back around over here towards that A site and get a nice little back flag cap. Oh, no! He gets a throwing knife to the face! Oh my god! Mono doing a fantastic job picking one up there. I don't think he realized that there was another one way back behind here. I think that actually has been picked up. Yes, it has, but man, that was just dirty on his part. We do see Phaser, the only man left up onto that B site, see if he can make anything happen here with that Tommy gun. He's going to get spotted out and taken down right away. But again, Kamaka, like we talked about, leaking out towards that A flag. If they can make this happen, this could open it up. Of course, we can always see that rotation happening over there towards that C site.
Yes, indeed, Brett. This breakthrough is absolutely key. That is exactly what they needed to do. They have lost a few tickets, but that's basically nothing compared to the possible tickets that they can get from this push.
Absolutely. Expect, though, he's going to be in a little bit of a one-man show into the backside here. Now, the flag is getting capped over. That's already happened. Crispy hasn't quite found him yet. He knows Expect is back here. Expect, though, is waiting extremely patiently, probably for a couple of spawns maybe, to come on in. But we're also going to be seeing that B flag starting to go down as well. So this is definitely one heck of a turnaround. I would have to say, not something expected at all. Mono is going to be back up. He ends up getting picked up. Phil is now going to be the lone man on the other side of the map. He could potentially go in for a push on the C, but this is exactly what we needed to see coming out from this squad here on 7.
Yes, indeed, right. Honestly, it's kind of taken me by surprise. They're just playing completely different than from how they've been playing these few rounds. I think they just the strategy from them has just been absolutely fantastic. They did go for the two-pronged attack, one from the north and one from the south, and one did manage to break through. That is definitely a smart idea on their part. And they're just ratting around, just trying to keep this hold. Now that they had themselves have been put in the AC hold, just trying to keep themselves alive so that they can make another push out.
Yeah, and I think right now it's going to be really up to them to try and keep their cool. They've been able to hold on to a fairly even game, but that B site is going to be critical here for these guys to try and keep in their own possession. Now it's going to come down to Kyle is the lone man alive. He ends up getting picked up, not going to be able to hold off that push for too long, and we will be seeing a successful wipe, it looks like, there onto B, and a flank that's going to be coming on in, although that has been picked up. So really nice plays coming in here and there from this 7 squad, but rage mode, they are not going to be taking any prisoners as they do push up onto the Bravo station. They see a couple of players that are going to be setting up, but I don't think they're going to be too worried about it as do they get the final clear. And they are now going to be going in for a 3-cap of their own. So with that C flag being taken over, we're pretty much resetting this map as we're going to be having 7 needing to push back through those 3 corridors all the way out to that Bravo side once again. Back and forth, we do see Lenny spotting out one to the north side of that B site. See if you can actually pick up anybody here, as he's going to be able to see one. Nice job there taking down Crispy. Pioneer also going to be able to get 3 of his own there. So they will be able to lock down that north side of Bravo. But once again, we do see a push happening all the way into the backside. And unfortunately, I don't think that it's going to be successful unless you have some spawns going off or some really nice laying down and shooting. That's a position that you don't typically see these players popping in at. But oh my god, Expect Me did see a big spawn that's going to be going down and decides, you know what, we're just going to go ahead and push this, although not going to happen. As he does end up falling, probably should have just waited there to get those spawns coming back in after the player did end up dying, but not going to be the case. Now the push for that A site is going to be commencing. Nobody there for the defense, but we do see a rotation once again happening onto Bravo, and that's going to be Phil having to go on back, see if he can clean this player up. And if Phil is not able to do so, if this B flag does go down, this is just another 3-cap that we are going to be seeing, but they have taken care of it. So once again, a lot of back and forth here with these flags. That A site not quite locked down just yet. Sure, the last man alive. And they will not be able to get that 2-flag burn to start those tickets in their favor. 123 to 80. Still a long ways to go in this match. It is definitely not over yet, as Shira is now going to be making his way across towards that A site. He does get picked up. I believe Crispy also got taken down as well. So that's going to be all of the players that were making that push for A right then taken out. We do have Pioneer making his way around this corner. Spots out 2. Connecting with 1, looking for the 3rd. And that is not going to be a great spot to actually sit in, as you see a beautiful little glitch there from Dice. You always love those glitches in spectator mode. But Pioneer opening it up to that C flag. And you know, we have flashes, Kamaka, where 7 looks like they're going to be able to make some headway here, but then at the last second, we have it turned around by rage mode.
Yeah, it's really unfortunate to see, Brett. They are looking very, very good. They have these, like you said, these flashes of absolute brilliance, where they're just turning the enemy line into pure chaos. But I think that kind of slightly benefits the enemy team, the chaos, just a little bit, because of their ability to, well, they're ping in the gunfights, so they are going to be able to win out in a lot of these gunfights because of their ping advantage. But also, yeah, they're, like I said, they're just turning into complete chaos, which is kind of helping them get into these good positions and just drain those tickets down. But they really just need to start making a nice line at B as soon as they do. They just kind of need to evolve the strat a little bit, Brett. They just kind of need to evolve the strat to where they can get that C and B hold.
We'll see if that's going to be the case here. It does look like they have a pretty decent presence here onto Alpha. Crispy trying to go back and forth with his players. It looks like Vivid and Shira are going to be able to pick up 2 players of their own. So this is looking pretty decent, as A flag will be going into their favor. What I'm really curious about is the leaking that potentially is going to happen over here in the C. That's going to be Pioneer And it looks like Esports Athlete over here, he's just going to be holding down this potential push. He does get picked up. So it's a 1v2. And I think Pioneer was over there onto the left. He does get spotted out. He's going to be getting out. That was Phil, actually, who's going to be set up. Nice little frag there, but he does get taken down eventually. And that does open up a push potentially onto that B flag. But I like the fact that we are going to be seeing a big push coming back over here towards A. I think, though, and I think it's a big thought, that Rage Mode is not going to be able to push into A. I think that 7 has a fairly decent defense setup here, as Thoki is getting pushed by 2 different players. Nice little pickup there. That Tommy gun so good with that hipfire spray. He's trying to pick up a second one. Pulls out the Magnum. Will be able to take him down. And he spots out a third one. Will he be able to connect with the shots? There's one. One more. He is going to be safe. No! Just wings him in the arm. And look how low he was. Crispy barely surviving in that engagement. But they are going to be able to keep presence here onto that A flag. And that is going to be a huge win for them. Something that they have needed, honestly, in this particular map. Now, B flag is getting contested. We do see Esports Athlete making his way over here towards that Bravo with Pioneer. It's going to be a 1 versus 2. Can we see Phaser maybe get some spawns off fast enough to make this fight worth it? Doesn't look like that's going to be the case. I'm not seeing any spawns coming in onto B just yet. It does look like they've elected to go over here towards that C flag, maybe to burn it back down. But Mono has been successful in defending on that. So a little bit of a breathing room, I would have to say, maybe here for this 7 squad. But ultimately, as we have seen time and time again, Rage Mode, they will be able to get back that 2 flag burn and start whittling those tickets away. 82-46, though this is much, much more competitive than what we have seen here in these last couple of games.
Yes, indeed, Brett. They are starting to get on the Bravo objective. Kind of looking like it might be disaster for them, because they are kind of pushing into all these flags where they're going to be taking on evenly manned gunfights on these objectives, while they're going to be losing control over A. This is a must-win fight for them on B. Otherwise, they might be looking at a full cap situation here.
Nice little flank going in there. That was going to be Neckrate able to take down 2 onto that Bravo flag. That was beautiful there. So that is going to lead to them still holding on to a flag. Unfortunately, that A presence is going to be completely wiped off. On C, also looking like the same. Mono is going to be still staying up and alive, possibly going in for a revive there on his squad buddy. But where exactly are we going to be seeing the push coming in from this 7 squad? Vivid is going to be able to get the hipfire spray onto 1. Lots of smokes are going to be going back and forth. Very risky revive going in as the C4 possibly cleaning this up, but no, it doesn't connect. The revolver is going to be coming out. He's trying to get that hipfire spray. Will get picked up, so that's going to be a clear there into one of the alleyways. C-Flag still going to be under attack, though, from the northern alleyway. I think they are okay, as it does look like that has been pretty much cleaned up, as now the attack commencing onto Bravo. A 2 versus 2 here onto that B site. Kyle going to be making the push, possibly picking up Expect and Nessic. Lots of smokes going back and forth here, guys. It's hard for these guys to see, but we are eventually going to be having Thoki picking up that last kill. A quickly going into the favor here of this 7 squad. 13 tickets left to go. Now, they can drag down quite a bit of this ticket count. They are not out of the game just yet. If they can stop this burn, it's going to help them quite a bit. And we are going to be seeing Thoki just racking up those kills with that Tommy gun. Beautiful job. 14 and 7. As he is looking fantastic. Can he make it 15? Making the turnaround there by Bus. He's going to be spotting out 2 of those players sitting there. Now the push is going to be happening. Does he know it? He does. He spots it. And he will be able to take him down. So just really good play coming in from Thoki. Basically holding down to that B flag by himself until his teammates are able to get that reinforcement going down. So 5 tickets left to go. I think this is going to be good half. As the teams here, just not a whole lot here for 7 to do towards the end of this game. Just in terms of attrition, they are going to be losing this for sure. And I think that's going to be it. 65 tickets to 0. Or 67 tickets to 0. Much better than what we've seen in the past, I would have to say. We are good. We're good. We're good. We're good. But we had Rage Mode going for a big B push there at the very, very start. And it seemed to work out really well for them. They swept down into A. They were able to get some really good pressure on it and eventually take a 3 cap there for a little while. This time, though, it does look like we're going to be seeing kind of the same thing, though they're not going to be able to get it to Bravo as fast. I'm really curious to see what Crispy is going to be doing, because it looks like he's going to be in a basically a 4-man push that's going to be coming over his way. And where exactly he's going to be sitting up, I think he's going to be safe there for now. So let's go on board with Esports Athlete. As he's making his way over here towards that Bravo flag, he's going to be able to spot out 2 players right around that B site, and beautiful hip fire as always, as he's going to be able to pick up that first kill onto the site. Gets the revive as well for his team, and they are looking to try and clear this out. I believe that they have done so. That tank doing a fantastic job coming out and around and cleaning up those last 2 players. In the meantime, Crispy is, Proficiently is off by his lonesome, but we do see a 2-man push is going to be gearing up for this A site. Oh my god, beautiful play right there for Expect Me, as he's going to be able to come around the backside. Does end up going down, but the push is exactly what they're going to be needing right now, as it will be taking pressure off of their own home flag. As you can see, A is getting capped over. I think that they are going to be just fine, though. Overall, it looks like they are going to be winning out in the battle here for Charlie, and they will be able to win out on the burn as well. Over onto A, looks like we do have a couple of spawns coming in. Oh, a nice little tank fight that's potentially going to be shaping up. And Mono, don't really know where he was looking, but it certainly wasn't at Crispy, as Crispy's going to get some nice free shots in onto Mono. And Mono now is going to be burning and should be dying here in just a few seconds. Last hit will be taking him down, so A is going to be safe for the time being. Esports Athlete's going to try and make his way up there as a as a medic. Not going to be able to do much there in terms of the tank, maybe give him a little bit overheal, but we do at the same time see that C flag going into the favor here of 7. So an AB hold going down, and I don't know, Kamaka, do you think this AB hold is going to be good for these guys?
Yeah, I think this AC hold will be looking pretty good. I mean, over there, so it's going to be very hard for them to cross between these objectives. They've got the tank, like I said, just can constantly put shots on them inside the house. So as long as the 7 infantry don't get too caught up inside of the house and they use the outside lanes to keep an eye on the house, and the tank can just keep putting shells on and on the house, they'll be looking pretty good on A. But it appears that they did not do that, so they are going to be having a bit of a hard time there and getting forced back off of A. And the rotation should be coming into Bravo very, very soon, I would only imagine.
I'd say this rotation is probably a little bit late right there. Would have liked to have seen a little bit faster, and I think Crispy should have backed up a little bit faster as well. He's going to try using some of those mine clears to do maybe some damage to some infantry players he couldn't see, but not going to be happening. So the armor does end up going down, which isn't too big of an issue, I don't think, because the armor for Rage Mode has gone down as well. So I don't think it's going to be that big of a problem. But now Vivid is going to be coming in, trying to get some fancy plays there with that C4. Not going to be connecting or with the kill, but he did get a little bit of damage there with some hit fire. Or I'm sorry, with some hit markers. Now he ends up getting picked up. His teammate also getting taken down as well. So that is not going to be a good move there for his own team, as they are going to be leaving C pretty much wide open. Nice pickup there from Shira. But a lot of trades going back and forth, so nobody really taking just a massive dominant play here in terms of their infantry prowess.
Yes, indeed, Brett. We're looking at a very, very even, I would say an unexpectedly even infantry battle. I'm forgetting their name. The Rage guys, they're looking very, very, like, I would say that they're doing slightly better in the gun battles than I expected them to, having the pain that they do have. They're doing a very good job up against the 7 players. I think it's mostly due to the fact that they're positioning and they're just togetherness. They have some really, really good teamwork. As guys just showing on the back foot there in the tree above C, they're looking really, really in a good position. They're together, and they're just team-shotting the crap out of these guys.
They're making one heck of a big push here towards that C flag right now, as you can see. 4 players are going to be up and alive, ready to go ahead and pounce onto that flag. Now we do have a little bit of a leak coming out towards this A site, but with nobody really to defend on C, is it going to really matter much? I mean, yeah, they're going to trade basically C for A here in this situation. We do have Phaser, who's going to be up and alive, but it's only 2 players against 4. This is a battle that you don't really want to have. We'll see if the fights are going to be going their way. Phaser needs to get a couple of really good kills to make this happen. He ends up getting picked up. I think his teammate also got picked up as well. Although on the other side, I think Kyle ended up picking up too. Lenny, nice pickup there, as he will be able to pick up the last. There's a lot of pickups there. Sorry, guys. Sorry about that. My vocabulary is limited today, just because I have been running on like 4 hours of sleep. So we're going with that.
It's alright, Bert. I'm sure they'll forgive you.
Oh, no, they won't. I'm going to be hearing about it all the time. They're going to be like, Brett, just shut up. So it's all good, though. I've been told to shut up for the last 6 years, and I'm still talking, so it doesn't work. Anyways, B getting completely overwhelmed and finally going to be switching hands, as we do see A and B in the hands of, what is this, 7. Rage Mode trying to make a push from that Charlie flag. Nice little pickups, though, as we are going to be seeing some headshots going down. Shira backing on up, making sure he's going to be able to stay healthy. But using that bipod on the FG very effectively in that situation. As he goes for a push, not going to be able to pick up anybody else. Long range shot actually taking him down. Phaser, though, is going to be picking up the slack. And getting the nice little squad revive. Oh, no, 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 no. He ends up getting picked up once again by Thoki. That is rough. That would have been a really good position for them to be able to hold on to. But it looks like Thoki now smelling a little bit of blood in the water. He's going to go ahead and push on up. Anything going down, but he ends up getting picked up as well. So a lot of back and forth there onto that Bravo site. In the meantime, C is getting contested once again. I think that's the last player there on the Charlie flag. So it should go into the hands of 7 right now, as they are going to be spacing back out onto this A-B side of the map. Proficiency will be the lone man. We'll see if he's going to be able to make anything happen out of it. Does look like Proficiency, though, has a lot of players around him. You can hear those footsteps as they are slowly but surely closing in on that Bravo site. We'll see him be able to pick up 1 or 2 frags here. It does look like he's going to just let these guys pass on by, maybe get a couple of shots in the back. Nice pickup there. We also are going to be seeing the armor back up as well, which means that Crispy should be getting back up here in just a few moments. I think, yeah, he should be coming in. No, he is in. There he is on the other side of the map there towards the north. We do have quite a bit of infantry fights going back and forth. Mono getting some really free and easy shots there, taking him down. Kamaka, that has got to be rough. No armor once again here, as we're going to be seeing Rage Mode from long range being able to clear out their flags and making a push here towards that B site.
Yeah, honestly, that was a little bit sloppy from their tank right there. He just pushed up without any help. Usually I blame the infantry. I'm gonna kind of blame the tank for not allowing the infantry to support him. He just pushed up way, way, way by himself into an area that had completely no information on. So that was a little bit of a mistake on his part right there.
Well,
and now they're gonna be without a tank once again.
Either way, yeah, it was definitely rough, but they do keep that 2 flag burn. So 95-73, a lot closer match than what we saw previously. Thoki now making his way over here towards that Charlie flag. Got a big squad in tow here, looking for anybody playing down into the middle of the map. And does look like C flag now going to be going over into their possession. At the same time, we do see that A getting contested as well. Oh my god, last second spawns are going to be coming in onto Charlie. Huge spawns actually coming in. Those are 4 players now coming into the C flag. We have 1 player going to be left up and alive. That's going to be Proficiency. He's not going to be able to last too long. He does get picked up very, very quickly. Now down to a 1-on-1 back here onto Bravo, as Shira is going to be set up with his bipod. Should be able to pick off some heads pretty easily. Don't know if he saw that movement. Is he still alive there? No, he did get picked up. Okay, so it looks like maybe Vivid got him from the sides.
I don't know. But yeah, it appears that we're going to have a serious engagement going on here on the def. They're starting to establish a nice line here, Brett. Doing a very good job, but they're going to be calling in the smoke barrage, which is a very good tactic in my personal opinion. Going to be really blinding up the enemies, getting up on top of the roofs, trying to just shoot down on the enemy position from a high area. Just looking very, very good for this assault. They've got the numbers, they've got the element of surprise. they've got a lot of things going in their favor except for ping.
Oh my god, right now, Proficiency and Vivid are getting flanked here pretty bad. Phaser does end up going down. Proficiency getting shot from the middle of the map. Thoki doing a fantastic job. He is going to be able to get that long-range shot there. And B-Flag will be going over into the possession right now of Rage Mode. Over here on to C, we did see some pressure coming in as well. That's going to be Expect Me and Lenny. And they do have a couple of players that they do have to contend with. Crispy, though, is going to be up and alive. I don't know if he realizes that there's a player right on the other side of that rock. And he's going to be running into quite a few players. I think spawns actually just happened on the other side of it. Does look like they have been able to clean that off. Nesket also gets picked up. So that is going to be a strong C defense going down. We do see the armor back up once again. Should be back up here for both teams very, very soon. But big push going to be coming down into that C flag from Bravo. We have a nice little concave going down here as they're going to be able to cover pretty much all of their bases, although we do have A very, very quickly burning down, and that's because it's going to be set up behind the ammo. Not going to be able to get any connection with the Staghound. 64-40. Still Rage Mode in the lead, looking very, very good. And right now, just a whole bunch of battles happening across the map. Really, really spread out right now. Staghound doing a decent job, able to pick up 2 there into the middle of the map. That is going to be proficiently able to connect with a couple of those shots. Now, I do like the idea of a Staghound just kind of roaming the map, looking out for those infantry players. We don't see it a whole lot. I think I was casting on, I think it was PlayStation last week, and we saw a couple of the teams going for a play just like this, where they were using the light tank with the anti-infantry guns, and they were basically just harassing. They were using their mobility, going around the map, and it was pretty interesting how it fared. I like the fact that they were not necessarily, committed to all of the fights. They were able to harass everywhere, but they're also able to provide really good spawns there for their teammates, so they could reinforce flags very, very quickly. Now, it does look like A is going to be going over into the favor right now of Rage Mode, as Proficiently very low on health. Has to go ahead and scoot on out of there, but because he can move so fast, it's not going to be super, super bad. Although, we do see a tank spawning back in, and that's going to be Mono. He's like, dude, just get out of here. Just go away. He is going to be taken down. Necrate is going to be basically facing an onslaught of infantry players coming off the top of this ridge. He's going to go ahead and back on out, down to 25 health. He's definitely not going to be surviving this unless we get some help from some teammates. Somehow, though, his teammates have managed to do a little bit of damage from behind and keep him from pushing over this ridge. So beautiful job there with communications and just some long-range shots coming in from Necrate as he picks up 3 kills from that engagement. Still going to be holding on with this 2-flag burn, and they've taken the lead here, so 18 tickets now to 30 as they are looking pretty fantastic here on this particular map, this particular side of the map, as definitely not the best there in that past match.
Yes, indeed, and I do believe that we are going to be seeing the victory coming into the hands of VII. They're doing a very good job of getting this control. Actually, it might come down to this final fight on Bravo. They have sent the tank up for Bravo now. Oh my gosh, he's going to be getting out of the tank. That is super duper risky there, Brett. I do believe they have got significant. They do have, what's it called? I'm sorry, I'm losing track of my words. They're going to be able to protect him enough, but that is still a very, very risky situation to get out of the tank. But it is going to be going successful for them. It's going to be this final fight on B to determine who wins this match. And if VII can just hold on for long enough and just get enough kills, then they'll be able to win this. But here's that they are going to be losing to Rage Mode in this gunfight, courtesy of the tank and some of the infantry as well.
Yeah, I liked what the tank did there. That was pretty nice. He backed up. It's like you said, something that we don't really see too often is the tank actually, or the tanker actually getting out and repairing his own vehicle. Something that's kind of been lost since Battlefield 1, the repairing your own tank inside. But very nice to see that happening, and something that I guess the teams just weren't really expecting. So tank backs up, gets the repairs going on, comes back in that engagement, and just completely lays waste to the team. We do see a re-push coming in over here onto that alpha flag. 4 tickets to 6 as it is coming down right to the wire here for this second round. And I gotta say, very impressed with the play from VII. I wish that we had seen this previously, as we would have had a much better Hamada and Harass round number 1. But they showed that they do have some life in them. 2 tickets as Rage Mode will be able to take that, as that's going to be a Ross in their back pocket. So congratulations to them as they put the first point technically on the board. Now we're heading on into, I believe it's going to be Rotterdam next. And this is something that we saw in the last one. It was, what, 65 tickets, I believe, in favor of Rage Mode. Now, we've talked about how hard it's going to be. You know, you have so many tickets. It's going to be really difficult with 145, 110 to make a comeback on the second half. But 65, Kamaka, that's doable, right?
Totally doable, Brett. I've seen teams win by over 140 tickets from the Axis side before, so it is definitely doable. They just have to make sure that they don't get within that, you know, that 65 ticket range, and they'll be looking pretty good. They just have to hold that line from the start. Even if they lose the initial fight on B, as long as they people going behind them to A, I think they'll still probably hold out for the win.
Well, okay, so on this particular map, Rage Mode is going to be on the Allied side, right?
Yeah, I know. But what I meant is, as long as I'm talking from the Axis, from the VII perspective, as long as they can just hold the line here on the and not let anyone get behind for A,
right,
they'll be looking pretty good.
Well, I agree. I 100% agree there. I hope that they don't just play super defensive on B. I hope they kind of maybe try and harass that Charlie flag just a little bit, kind of keep Rage Mode honest. I think that if they leave Rage Mode to their devices, you know, if they can kind of just like, all right, Rage Mode, you know, we're not going to attack C at all. We're just going to hold Bravo. It's going to give them too much room. But we are going to be seeing a push coming down towards the south with 2 players, 4 going up to the north, pretty standard. Proficiently is going to be the lone man holding down to the south side of the map. And I want to see if he's going to be able to hold this off. He's got to be able to hear those footsteps here pretty soon. Yeah, he knows that something's going to be up here very, very soon. Spots out one, will be able to connect. Does he know there's a second one there? He does spot him out. That is a beautiful play right there. Holding on to 2, will be able to basically keep this crossfire going. And that's going to be a full squad wipe going down for the second set on B. Now we do see this attack that's going to be shaping up here towards the north. And that's going to be Thoki coming in with 2 kills. Beautiful plays right here with that Tommy gun. Guys, the hipfire spray is real. And Thoki is definitely using it to his advantage. He finally does end up getting picked up, though. His team is still up and alive, I believe, and will be able to continue on that burn. It is pretty much going to be evened out, although they are winning slightly just because they are closer to the flag, it looks like. And now reinforcements are going to be coming back in here for this 7 squad. They are going to be basically trading positions up there to the north side of the map. But Kamaka, kind of like you said, they really needed to hold off on that first push for 7 anyways. Get out maybe to a little bit of a ticket lead before they end up losing it.
Yes, indeed. They did exactly what they had to do. They didn't let anybody get past. I don't know if you saw, but they did get some guys spawning off on that north side road. And just in case they did actually decide to go for the back push to A, they would have had it covered. So that is some very good coverage from 7. They've been looking very, very good in this round so far. But, oh my goodness, coming around the back is Expect Me. Not quite being so expected. Going to be coming around the back, just doing some big backsides and going to be helping his team get control over B.
Well, we are going to be seeing Thoki now going down. 7 going to be trying to make their way back up to that Bravo side. Expect Me now getting some revives there for his team. So Thoki is going to be back up and in the action. Really good use right now of the medic class. VII getting picked up. So now we are going to be seeing that potential flank that we had talked about going around here towards that alpha flag. And I'm not seeing anybody whatsoever there towards the north side here for 7. In order to stop this push, we do see a leak that's going to be coming over here on the C. Now, this is something that, a fight that we hadn't seen too awful much, but Phil is going to be back there by the bus. He connects with 1, very low on health, though. And we'll see if he can get some nice little shots coming back in. But his teammates, I think, have cleaned up the rest of them. So really good hold there onto Charlie flag, as does look like we did see a push getting cleaned up. Lenny, only man left up and alive here for Rage Mode. We'll see if he's going to be able to make anything happen out of it, as he does get cut down. So 122, 127. Very even game still. Back and forth, though. But you got to always keep that in the back of your head. You know, 65 tickets, that's coming up pretty darn quick. And really need to be seeing them pulling some magic out of their hat very, very soon. Proficiently, we saw him taking up 2 kills here very early on. He spots out 1 in the water. That's going to be an easy pick. There's 2. Can he make it a third as he gets the reload coming over the top? He cannot. That's going to be an FG right to the face, as he does get picked up by Phil. So Phil now with an opportunity to go for a little bit of a flank happening there onto that A flag. B, though, in the meantime, is being contested. And that's going to be Pioneer also getting picked up. 2 kills, actually, from Neckrite and Crispy. Going to be able to secure themselves a nice 2 flag burn. And we'll see if they can hold on to this. Where's that flank coming in? It seems like the flank has been... Oh, Kamaka, this is the opportunity. If they can clean up this push to Bravo, this is their moment. Although, it's right as I say that, and that's a caster's curse. We do see 2 players getting picked up there towards the north. Neckrate is going to be left up and alive. Gets the hip fire there onto 1. Let's see if he can pick up at least 1 others as they're getting pushed. Tommy gun, you got nothing on me, as he does pick him up with the hip fire, looking for the third. Can't make it happen. This B site is just back and forth, back and forth. And we are still going to be seeing no control over it just yet. 7 desperately trying to get their numbers back up onto this flag. The revives are definitely going to be helping in this situation. We see more players now coming in towards the south. That's going to be Crispy coming around the corner, picking up 1, picking up 2, preventing any kind of revives going down as well. That's going to be a squad wipe on the side of Rage Mode, as they're once again going to have to collect themselves and figure out where to push in. So, honestly, Kamaki, this is good. This is good.
Yes, indeed. It's looking really good for them. They've finally gotten into on both sides of the map, the top side and the bottom side being both sides of the map. They are starting to push up and just kind of trying to suffocate the life out of these guys, but it appears that might have been a little bit of a mistake, as Nesca is going to be taking down quite a few and getting some good revives. Phaser the only one left on this top side. And they're getting seriously pushed on the bottom too. Spency going to be here able to do some damage though. Going to be whipping 1 with the pistol. And yeah, Phaser going down on top, so it's going to be a little bit rough for these guys. They're going to have to get those respawns off really, really quick. Otherwise, they are going to be possibly losing control over B or A, or even worse, A once again.
We do see Vivid now getting picked up. That is definitely not looking good. South side is also being hot and heavy, so a lot of action everywhere on the map. Crispy going to be making his way over here towards the way north. He's just trying to clean up these last couple of kills. His teammate will be able to finish out. But take a look at the kill feed right there. It is blue all day long, as you've got to love that. Still going to be seeing a very heavy fight over here. Proficiently just looking so damn good here towards the south side. He picks up another gun and will be able to get that hip fire spray. Beautiful job here, as really 15 and 4. I mean, proficiently looking damn good here on this map, as he's pretty much been a one-man army here on this side. So I'm liking the plays that we're seeing coming out of this guy. Switching the gun once again, going for a little bit more of a long-range setup, because he knows, he's going to have to really start picking these guys off from a distance. But now Crispy here with that LMG, he's going to be doing all that he can. A lot of explosives going to be coming his way. He wisely is going to back on up. But this gun right here is actually a bit of a laser beam with a 3x scope. This one and the Lewis gun are pretty damn good with that 3 times and not having too much recoil. Crispy finally doesn't getting taken care of. Neck right now going to be following it back up using that medic kit. He will be able to take down 1, but a hell of a lot of players are going to be coming in his way. You can see if he can stop those revives. I think that's going to be at least 6 players coming in towards the north. Shira is going to be alive with that FG, but he doesn't have a whole lot of ammo in the mag. Trying to get that second player, will not be able to. Would have been huge there if he connected with that second, as he is going to go ahead and try and push on maybe to that A flag. 94 tickets to 56. This is definitely a doable position for them. We'll see if they can hold on to this B flag. It does look like they have lost it, and really it's going to be a scary moment if they can hold on to this back flag on A.
Yeah, they're definitely in a little bit of a rough position there. They definitely too thin, weren't able to get the spawns off in time in order to counteract the pushes, but they still can do this. It's definitely not out of the realms of possibility, but the room for error is definitely getting smaller and smaller, Brett.
Yeah, taking a look right now, we see two of them going to be backed up over here by bus. We do have C flag that's going to be flashing, so they are going to be able to hold on to a possible 2 flag cap that way. But as soon as I say that, A is going to be getting hopped. We do see some spawns coming in as well. We do have push coming in from that C flag, maybe try and reinforce. You know, I'm not too sure, Kamaka, you know, if I'm in this situation where we basically trade out our home flags, A for C, do you spawn players back at your main, or do you spawn everybody on C and the players on C to try and push back to Bravo?
Well, if we had just lost A, that would indicate to me that most of their players did go, that they had quite a few players probably pushed A. So if I were Seven, I would probably spawn most of my guys on C, push on up for B from C.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you. I think the having those 2 players kind of going back over there towards main spawn to try and come up to A is a little bit of a waste, especially with the routes that they have to take in that situation. I think that it'd be better just to go ahead, have all 8 players spawn in towards C and make a big just team push and try and get onto that Bravo flag. 62 tickets now to 51, as we are going to be seeing 3 players coming over here towards the north side onto that B flag. 3 of them are going to be on the south over here next to A. Esports Arena, or Athlete Arena. Oh my god. Told you guys, I am sleepy and making up shit. But Esports Athlete is going to try and hold off this 2-man push. He spots out one. Not going to be seeing him through the smoke just yet. You can hear the footsteps. He ends up getting spotted out, though. But quickly, his teammate will be able to clean that up. In the same time, we do see an engagement here onto Bravo once more. As looks like a failed push coming in onto that B flag. Though we do have a little bit of a flank that's going down. Nice pickup there from Shira, as he will be able to take down, looks like 3 players. 2 with the FG, 1 with the pistol, making it a 4th as he's clearing out that B flag all on his lonesome. You gotta love that little bit of a bait and switch there, as they were all looking up towards the north side of the map. B flag now going into their favor, 48-44, as we are all tied up in this round. Well, 4 tickets off. It's close enough, guys. As we are going to be having Shearer now going all the way to the back of A. In the meantime, though, B is left relatively defenseless. I mean, you got 1 player. He's got the Tommy gun. Yeah, the Tommy gun is great, but in those head glitch positions, you can't really get those long-range shots as well as like an STG or a Bryn or you know, the FG that we have seen here from Shira. 11-3, by the way, so looking really good there in the KD department. But yeah, just really, really frustrating to see that, because I feel like they have it in them to be able to take this map. They do. They look good at moments, but it just seems like they're just not able to fix these small little mistakes, and they're adding up. Esports Athlete now trying to go all the way in the backside of this A flag. He's pretty much all alone, and I don't know if Proficiently is going to go back to try and scope that out. Same time, you do see a push coming back over here for that Charlie flag. And they are going to be able to get their home flag back. Vivid is going to be set up. Now, we'll be really curious to see if Vivid goes in for a little bit of a touch there onto C. We do see 2 players there out towards the south. Oh, no, catches Kyle completely off guard. But Kyle snaps back. We'll be able to pick up 1 himself. A second one as well. Can he make it a 3rd with the pistol? He does end up going down. Phaser going to be picking up his position to try and hold off this inevitable push. 37-26. They do have that 2 flag advantage. Nice hip fire spray, as we are going to be seeing Phaser picking up Thoki and Phil. So many players here in the smoke, as Phaser trying to figure out where they're going to be pushing in at. But look at those revives coming in. That is beautiful. Going to keep that pressure up. Going to be constantly putting it onto this B flag, not letting any breathing room whatsoever. But Phaser is having none of that, as he will be able to pick up his 4th kill on this B site. He's looking for 5. I think they decided, you know what, guys, let's go ahead and take a break and go somewhere else, because I'm tired of dying to Phaser. 15-12, looking pretty damn good. as they are going to be able to hold off those pushes. We do see another one happening here to the north. Necray is going to be in a position to possibly pick up 2 or 3 of these guys here into the back. As you can see there, little outlines going down. Necray does get picked up, though, as Vivid and Kyle are going to be doing some work themselves. Pioneer looking good. Going to be able to pick up nice little headshot there onto Spencer. I think that was proficiently. Once again, that's his spot. We're just going to call that proficiently for the entirety of this match right now, as he has constantly been able to do some work there. And it finally does look like we are going to be ending this out 26-2 for the second round on Rotterdam. And that is going to be 7. Able to pick up a round finally.
Yes, indeed. But unfortunately, it was not enough for them to win the map. So they they are going to be losing this overall, but they still have a chance. Unless my understanding of the ESB scoring system is totally flawed, they can still take a little bit of a point off of them on the upcoming map.
Yeah, so technically, because it was 65 tickets there onto Rotterdam, the map was lost, but we are going to be playing all the rounds no matter what the scores are. So we're going to be able to see a very long game here. Hopefully we're going to be finishing out on Hamada with a bang. Now, we've talked about before how Hamada can be one of those maps where it just goes back and forth, back and forth. We saw a little bit of it in the first go-around, but for the most part, Rage Mode pretty much had control. Every single time we saw a flag start to flip somewhere around the map for 7, Rage Mode rotated very easily to either C or A, and we're able to get that cap fairly quickly. So we didn't really have a situation to where it came that close like on Rotterdam, where it was really going back and forth there for a while. But Hamada typically is a map that we are going to be seeing a lot of flag trading, and typically we're going to be seeing not the best usage of the tanks. Now, what we were talking about before, Kamaka, where basically I was saying that the tank using the anti-infantry gun, whatever that one is called, was doing some work here. It was on Hamada. He was basically roaming around the map, not worrying about killing the tank, just worrying about trying to kill the infantry players. And I think that can be an effective means right there. I think that to an extent, as long as your assaults are working with you and they're draining the tank's health down, that absolutely can be a valid tactic.
I absolutely agree, Brett, but I think that's a little bit too risky of a strategy for any of these teams to try up against each other. I don't think anyone's going to be brave enough. Like you said, a lot of coordination. So I don't think we're going to be fortunate enough to see that amazing strategy. But yeah, we're going to be coming in here seeing Monarchy getting a few nice kills right there, right off the bat. They are going to not quite be able to get directly on B off the start, but they are going to be getting the surrounding areas enough to where they can just surround and pound the people that are actually on the flag. You want, basically, as you approach B, you want to get control over the surrounding area. And then once you have control over that, you can push a whole bunch of guys onto the flag while you still have the surrounding area on lockdown. And that's basically what they had there for a second, but they didn't have enough people win in the gunfight on the surrounding area to prevent the follow-up push.
Well, I definitely like what we're seeing there. That's going to be a wipe on C. We saw Rage Mode potentially going in for a C cap with the rotation there onto Bravo, but nope, it was held off. Now we do see him trying to make a push here onto that Bravo site. Not going to be happening. We do see some kill trades going back and forth. Crispy going to be able to pick up one Spence, one Thoki, and Pioneer also taking one of their own. So there's a fortification destroyed, as we do see Spencer saying, no ladder for you. You go away. But on the other side of this Bravo site, we are going to be having a couple of players just setting up and geared up waiting. It's going to be Mona right now. Looking for a couple of picks there with that FG. Not spotting anybody just yet, though his teammates are going to be able to get some shots into him. Not quite getting onto that B just yet. C is also going to be flashing, so double-pronged attack, it looks like. Not going to be working just quite. B still going to be getting flashed, though, surprisingly enough. This is a difficult area to get those caps onto the flag. Very, very open. Very easily contested, and of course, easily shot, as you are pretty much sitting into a trough. 2 players are going to be left up and alive here on that Bravo flag for 7. As they are going to try and clean out the rest of these guys on B. In the meantime, C has gone down into the favor, it looks like, of Rage Mode. And I gotta say, this is definitely not what you want to see here in this situation. Vivid can try and stall this out. He can hear those footsteps going back and forth. He knows that they're just on the other side of this building. Will not be able to connect with the kill. Gets a couple of really good shots going in, though. And they are hopefully going to be able to clear this out, but more and more players are going to be spawning back in. Still going to be seeing that 3-cap pretty darn strong. They are finally going to be able to win out on the burn. Not able to get that hipfire spray, though. So Vivid does go down. Oh my god, this is just looking rough here. As you can see 2 players rotating down into that A flag. C looks like it's pretty much done for. And in this situation, Kamaka, what can you really do? I mean, I think it's just pretty much the gunfight's all going in the favor of Rage Mode.
At this point, honestly, you got to just be thanking your lucky stars that those guys somehow made it through to A. And they've also got a little bit of a push to B. Now, as you can probably imagine, a lot of the guys C, so this push around the back is going to be a little bit successful for 7. And as long as they can keep the spawns up on A, they have gotten the flag, so they will be able to get spawns up on the flag now, which is fortunate since Sheer has gone down himself. So they are going to be able to look to reverse the full cap, actually, on the other team from this position. That's actually very well played.
Yeah, this is that chaos that we were talking about before. You know, I mean, we have a 3-cap one way, and then just in a blink of an eye, it almost flips to another 3-cap. Now, we did see, it looks like Rage Mode being able to stabilize just a little bit by getting a control of that A site. But yeah, this is pretty back and forth, pretty crazy for both of these teams. 109 to 90, so about 18 to 20 tickets separating both of these guys here in this round. Vivid, though, taking shots from every which way, finally does end up getting picked up himself, as Pioneer is going to be going in for the revive there on his teammate. I do like this, though, here from Shira. He's going to go ahead, push in onto A-site. I think that this is something that they definitely need to continuously do. Just keep on the pressure onto A. It forces those players to have to come back. Be honest. Shira, though, I don't know where he's getting hit from, but it looks like his feet were getting tagged up. That's going to be another clear there onto that alpha site, as Thoki is going to be coming around for a potential flank. But I really think that 7 should just consistently go around and be pushing over and over onto that A flat while they can. They've managed to clean up any kind of push over onto Charlie, and we're also going to be seeing proficiently here, being able to spot out these guys from a distance, trying to make their way into that C site. Proficiently now, just patiently waiting for the push that is going to be coming in his way. Spence also going to be up top. Getting a little bit of damage down with those rockets. There's the tank going to be coming in. Now this is going to be the Staghound. Very, very fast tank to make this push actually happen. So far, not connected with anybody just yet, but this is something that I hadn't really talked about. You know, the tanks, while they don't have to get kills, a lot of times they're just basically denying real estate. They're basically forcing those players back. They're making sure that they are not able to set up in a position to take out their infantry players that are going to be coming in back behind the tank. That's exactly what I think just happened there. Kyle does end up getting picked up. We are going to be seeing, I think, Rage Mode winning out on the burn here. And that's going to be proficiently going down. So it does get wiped up, but man, it took a lot of resources in order to make that happen. Really good defense, though, I would have to say, because B did not get flashed that entire time, I don't think. We do have 2 players that are going to be setting up on top, but I think the defense here should be okay here for 7.
Yes, indeed, Brett. And I think you might have missed it there, but they did have the cheekiest landmine kill. They just had it sitting right out there in the middle of the open. Just the perfect landmine. The tank running over it. It just absolutely just got lampooned by that mine. It was just a very well-placed mine, and they completely took the tank out of the equation, which honestly, it would have probably been a little bit of a different story if they had not done that.
Probably so, but that's also something that we don't really see a whole lot of mine usage. I mean, typically, typically mines aren't being placed out on the map, even though they are extremely powerful in this game. This is something that's, I don't know. You would think mine usage would be a little bit more prevalent, especially since it's harder to spot them out, and it's also a little bit harder to take them out. I've noticed that the hitboxes on the mines are a little bit wonky at times. We are going to be seeing that esports athlete getting the revive here onto that B attack as they manage to get control of that 2-flag burn once again, 58-63. And these two teams just really duking it out back and forth. Esports athlete connecting with at least one. Waiting for those spawns to come on in. He's going to be able to have some reinforcements to help him out with this push, as they are going to be clearing out the top side of this Bravo flag. Nice pick up there with that Tommy gun. That's going to be athlete once again doing some work there onto Bravo. Meantime, C is going to be flashing as well. We are going to be seeing A going over, or has been over, into the favor right now of 7. So again,
yes,
just
indeed.
back and forth, back and forth.
Yeah, this has just been a back and forth game, like you just said. And honestly, I wish they had played both rounds on the server. It would have been much closer of a game, but I do understand fair that you do half EU, half American, just because of that. But it really would have been a much more interesting match if we had seen it all be on American servers. Because honestly, despite it being American servers, the Rage Mode guys are just proving that ping doesn't matter to them. It's just been a really interesting show on their part. They've been really silencing some of the haters, saying that you can't play with such high pings, and they're just saying, "Oh yeah, we can do that."
Yeah,
and just showing that
well,
for a reason.
back when I was casting in Battlefield 3, and ping did have an effect in Battlefield 3. I will admit, you know, that I could definitely feel when I was playing in matches. But you know, I used to tick off a lot of teams back then, because I would kind of be like, you know, the better team is going to be able to win out on ping, and we would play split servers all the time, and you could definitely tell where, you know, a team that, you know, a really close match could look close, but once you did go onto the other server, you did see the adjustments being made. But it's not always about skill. Sometimes it's just about being used to playing on a high ping server. I know a lot of players, they never play on servers outside of their own region, so that's a lot to get used to. It's akin to basically playing online and then being able to play at LAN. It feels different, and it does take a little bit of getting used to. So that's kind of what we're seeing in a sense here, I think, maybe with 7. They're looking really good on a North American server, but they're just not used to playing on those EU servers, and they've really struggled in being able to adjust to those players and how to play. So right now, VII is going to be coming in onto the C site, trying to win that burn back. We'll be able to do just that. And 33 tickets now to 18, as 7 looking like they are struggling to get control of their own home flag. We do see 2 players back out onto that C site. Nice little flank going to be going down, but I think Kyle will be able to finish it off. So 2 players do end up getting picked up. C is now going to be into the favor of 7. B flag is also getting contested, as we do see more spawns going to be coming on in. I think they have cleared it out for the most part over onto A as well. So yeah, that's going to be a 2-flag burn once more. 11 tickets left to go, as 7 making potentially their final push of the game onto this B flag, and it is going to be a big push indeed. But Esports Athlete has none of that. He picks up 1, looking for 2, also keeping his team all healthy and alive. And yeah, that's going to be, just look at that kill feed, blue all day long. Pioneer being able to pick up 2, expecting also picking up 1 himself. And I think that is all she wrote. Even with the tank coming back in terms of attrition, they will be able to take the final victory, the final win of this match. I gotta say, that was a fantastic game that we saw on Rotterdam. Really good game here on the last round anyways on Hamada. Overall, though, it does look like the win is going to be going over into the favor of Rage Mode as we close it on out. So really good match back and forth there for both of those teams.
Only on esportbf.com.